$100 check from my grandma, and my dad said I need to put it in the bank so it can grow over the years.
Well, that's fantastic. A really smart decision, young man. We can put that check in a money market mutual fund. Then we'll reinvest the earnings into foreign currency accounts with compounding interest, and it's gone.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone.
What's all gone?
The money in your account. It didn't do too well. It's gone.
What do you mean? I have $100.
Not anymore, you don't. Poof.
I gotta tell you, man, I love South Park. Sometimes it just nails it. That scene goes on, and it is true. Secretary of Treasury Tim Geithner doesn't seem to know what he believes in. Can't make up his mind whether or not he supports a global currency to replace the U.S. dollar or leave the U.S. dollar. Next guest adamantly opposes a global currency and proposing legislation now that would prohibit the United States from recognizing any other currency besides the greenback. Republican from Minnesota, Congresswoman Michelle Bachman. Hello, Congresswoman. How are you?
Hi, Glenn. I'm doing great. Thank you for the opportunity.
Sure. Now, how's the legislation coming? Is Nancy Pelosi even gonna put it up there? Or?
Well, we don't have a hearing scheduled yet, but we didn't have trouble getting co-signers. We've got at least 30 members of Congress on board, and I anticipate we'll have more.
Okay, hang on just a second. I can't believe that you've only got 30 co-sponsors. I mean, how is it you can walk around and go, this is just, hey, save the dollar, and only 30 people are willing to say, man, that sounds like a good thing. Let's give that a shot.
Well, maybe with your show today, we'll get a few more members of Congress that will get phone calls from the folks back home encouraging them to sign on.
Okay, here's the one thing that comes to mind, Michelle, and that is we can pass anything that says we're not going to recognize any currency, but that won't keep the value of the currency. The only thing that will keep the currency valued, the only reason why we would look to another currency is because ours sucks, because we've devalued it by spending and borrowing and printing. So
that's right.
This legislation really in the end means nothing if we don't stop the spending.
The spending is key to everything, but it seems like right now there are so many leaks in the dam from every different area. We're fighting out-of-control spending on one hand, out-of-control taxation on another, and now we're talking about the International Monetary Fund being expanded to take on a new, entirely different set of responsibilities it was never designed to take on, and that would be expanding the special drawing down rights for every country and taking the dollar off as the medium of exchange. That in itself would devalue our dollar lower than we have ever seen before in the history of our country. I don't want to see that happen.
Okay, tomorrow is the G20. Is it tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow is the
coming up in London, yes.
Okay. And that's, you know, group of the 20 big countries, and they all get together and say, hey, look at us, we're important, let's make decisions here, and then nobody really listens to it. But this is critical because what they're going to do at the G20 is they're going to talk about new financial global institutions. They're going to talk about new framework. How scary is this?
Well, there's no authority that's been given from the United States Congress to the President to create transnational global financial authorities. And that's one concern that I had with my legislation, because we heard from Russia, China, South Africa, Brazil, India. We've heard from a number of different countries calling,
Germany.
France calling for this new expansion of the International Monetary Fund, removing the dollar as the standard of exchange. If that happens, again, the United States will lose its position as the premier financial authority. Okay. And we need to recognize just how critical this is.
That's what I think people are missing, because everything is too big. I want to try to see if we can break it down when we come back in a second.